that, you know. You know what? Do it for them.
Rollouts. Them despise you, cause I've never once seen your progress. Them fight you, them never want you pass the test. In everything you do, them not gonna see you, still going true.
LDM
All
Radio.
them a chat me, me not stress. Feel lippy, more muscle than my flex. Bad girls at least from the Bronx, not the West.
Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of XY111. Today, we're going to talk about ADHD, something that has been plaguing me for the last 4 to 5 months. So, what? Did you not hear what I said? Do I have to speak that much louder? Yep. All right. Yo, today we're going to talk about ADHD. Okay. Yeah. And so, today, I'm going to use my real name. My name is Calvin. And with me, we have...
The crazy monkey man, Will.
Yeah, okay, and then the other one over there back.
Can you dig it?
Dancho.
Can you dig it?
What happened to the horns, Charles?
Oh, what happened to my horn? You want
What
my...
happened to the horns,
He
Charles?
wants your horns.
I need the horn.
There you go.
There it is. I needed the horn to get started. All right, so,
Did you horny?
They horny.
yeah, so what kind of that. But nah, over the last few months, I've had to deal with, or I had to come to terms with, I know I have ADHD. I've always known that I have ADHD, but now I officially know that I have ADHD. So I have a group of questions, or some questions and answers to explain to you what I've been going through for the last. And when I say going through, I don't mean it like it's some sort of fucking misery. But so the last few months, you're gonna get what I've been going through, and if you guys do it the same, because I don't think you guys have it as bad as I do. If you do, you probably could use it in a different way than I can. So we'll get to it. So the first question is, do you tend to avoid or delay getting started on a new task, a new important task?
Yes.
How often, and what are the tasks?
Usually household chores. I just like, if I'm home, I want to be comfy.
Yeah.
So like, to be home and have to work, especially after going to work.
Yeah.
I like to have the two mindsets separate. And
Man.
so I delayed until it's just like, all right, this shit needs to get done.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I'm explaining to you the type of shit I've dealt with over the last few months. Man, listen. Okay, to wash clothes, it took me about a good 7, 8 days to get it together. Another full fucking day to get it sorted, like I needed it sorted, right? Went away from it. Started cleaning some other shit. And so doing cleaning the other shit, I left another day. Which I was doing that fucking laundry. I don't know what else in between doing, but I never got to that fucking laundry till like 2 weeks later.
Nah, but like,
That's old age.
Huh? No, 08? No. You got it.
for me with laundry, it's like, I gotta have no underwear left.
Yep.
That is the only motivation I have.
And then
If I run out of one item, that's when I'm going to
That's
do
what
my
I'm
laundry.
going-
yeah. And
You know what I
my
mean?
wife buys me underwear all the fucking time. So I didn't even have that to like, yo, you ran out of drawers to go wash your fucking underwear, go do
Right.
that. I didn't even have that. I have that much shit to where I could just sit there and say, all right, fuck it. And so I had a lot of fucking days over the last, like, not a lot of fucking days, but like with laundry, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And that's just like, it's just sitting around doing those 2 weeks. And
I got laundry still there.
So, man, it like I said, that's one of the big things I've had to deal with. Because it's like my brain is scattered. And I just can't put my fucking hands on doing anything. Like it's bad. It's like, even though I know I'm doing it, I know that I'm supposed to be doing this right here, and I'm lost over here doing something else. And then I'll come back and I'll look at what I was supposed to be doing. Like, fuck.
No, just last night. So we've been out most evenings the last 2-3 nights. So no one's been rushing to do the dishes, right? But like I'm looking at the dishes, right? I said I should probably do these before Ty gets back home. But then I laid back in bed and I'm like, she ain't here, whatever. Right? And then she comes back in and I'm just like, oh, she's here. Whatever. Ain't nobody trying to cook right now. So eventually it gets to the like 7, 8 o'clock at night, right? And this has been stuff that is in the sink for like 2-3 days, just soaking. And I go to her like, yo, you want to get pizza? So that way if no one's cooking,
No one
still
has
don't
to
got
do
to
the
do the damn
dishes.
dishes, right? And
I know.
And let me put it to you this way: it's not like she didn't say she didn't say I had to do it. It's not even like she couldn't do it herself. It was just kind of like, I don't think anybody should do this right now, right? Like we're home. Why are there dishes? and so like eventually she's just like, no, I plan to cook tonight. I said, fuck. So I just waited for my show to end. And then I was just like, well, now it has to get done, right? I told her, like, just wait for the show to end, and then I'll do the dishes. And then the worst part was I didn't realize how close the show was to ending, so it really was just, like, 3 minutes left. I was just like, I can take a leak in between.
Yeah.
So I found something else to even delay, and I was just like, I don't want to do this shit.
I'm the same
That
way.
was just last night.
Especially when it comes with dishes. I'll be like, we got plates left? They were like,
Yeah, you gotta
she's
do
like,
it.
yeah, you got to wash some. I'm like, oh, okay, we got paper plates.
Bro, I dead started buying plastic and
Yep.
paper plates and
That way I don't
sporks
have to
and
do the
spoons.
dishes.
That way you just throw the shit out. Like
And you know what?
I have no problem throwing out the garbage because at least the garbage is like you can take it on your way out to work.
Yep.
You
Bro.
can do that shit when you first get in the house. Like it takes all of but 5 seconds.
Listen, that right there, like shit like that right there stopped me from doing that. So I was... Listen to me. All right, so my excuse for like not fucking with the laundry is, I gotta go clean the kitchen up. So I go clean the fucking kitchen up, right? 'Cause no, it's not gonna take that goddamn long. So I go in and clean the kitchen up. Go back. Oh, those socks go together. Boop. Like that. Okay. That sock matched that one, right? Word. Go out to doing some other shit. Oh.
Making sure that we can be heard.
Oh. So on top of all of that, man, not on top of that, it's like, yo, find something else.
Yeah.
Don't fucking touch that laundry. Don't.
There's,
Find something
there's
else to do.
always that task you really just don't.
Yeah, laundry
Wanna
and
do.
dishes is my
I like laundry.
No,
But
because
do it, and that's, you know what? That's
that's
interesting.
1 hour
That's
of your life gone.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. I like laundry now that it's in the building.
Right.
Right?
Hey. It was
It's
just
not like I have to go to the
going out.
laundromat down the block. We got a laundry
Right.
in the building, right? So for me, that's like,
Hey.
I go downstairs, I put it in the dryer. That's like all of 5 minutes. I go back upstairs for half an hour, I watch a show. Show ended, go back downstairs, put it in the dryer. Okay, go back upstairs. Come back one more time. And then the thing is, for me, it also motivates me because, like, there'll be times, like I said, I'm doing the plastic, paper plates, whatever. Okay, I'll take the laundry down, but now I'm all the way downstairs. Why don't I just go to the store and get the next set of things that we need, right? Like, it's stuff that if I never had an excuse to go downstairs,
downstairs.
I'm not leaving the apartment that day on my day off.
Right.
Like, I don't want to deal with humans on my day off.
Yeah.
You don't like dealing with humans.
No,
Period.
I don't. Like, I
No.
just, like, you do how many days in a row?
You don't either, nigga. You
Dealing
don't
with
know.
You know that. You know that. I hate dealing with humans.
You're dealing with transit. You're dealing with people
Yeah.
at your job. And at my job, I got the drug addicts. I got the psychs. I got just the asshole nurses. Like, I'm tired of dealing with people because it takes everything I have not to smack them.
It's like, hey, man, look, man.
So I get 1 day of peace. I want it to be upstairs.
That's what happened the time the people were like, dang, you walked all this? I was like, yeah, because I didn't want to take public transportation.
Yeah.
Not because it's scary. It's just I don't want to deal with nobody. I don't even want to sit next to a person.
Yeah.
You breathe hard one day, I'm going to be like, damn, you got to breathe that hard? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Be like
where the
that.
point of these people get you at. Like, no. Especially if you have a frustrating day, like his job, probably frustrating. You don't want to be next to someone that can just push that one last button. Mm-hmm. And like, no. So you just, I might as well walk it or something. And then it calms you down. You know,
That's
like,
where I
yeah.
almost stabbed the dude on the train like 3-4 weeks ago just because he was just getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
And
Yeah,
I literally started laughing because I could feel my psychosis just breaking.
Yeah.
And my laugh scared the shit out of him. And then he started because I'm like, first and foremost, like it's like, okay, if you know you got some wide ass hips or you a big dude, why you gonna try and fit in a little space, right? He tried to fit into this little space in between me and somebody and try to move me over so that I wasn't comfy.
Nah,
That's not happening, bro.
There goes a movie theater all over again.
Right?
That one arm.
Yeah.
You see my arm on that thing already? Like, come on now.
But he's doing that type of thing. So then when he tries to, like, you know, move me over or whatever, and I'm not budging or I wedge back into where I was, he was just like, yo, you little ass, I could fucking fling you from here or whatever. And I'm just like, first off, I can't hear you at first, right? Because I got my headphones on. So I started turning it down because I'm just seeing hands move and he's looking at me. I'm like, huh? And he's like, yeah, little nigga, this that whatever. And I'm just like, huh? I was just like, did I tell you to sit here? Did I ask you to sit here? Oh, no, but then you're going to try whatever. Like, nah, I was good. And then you came over here. It's like, I mean, I'll fuck your ass up right now. And I took off the shades. Everybody knows I have the shades. And I just started laughing. Like, just supposed to, are you fucking, and the lady across from me was just like, what the fuck's about to happen? He looked like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, I wasn't even me, like, trying. It just came out, like, full on, like, you gotta be fucking kidding me laughing. Right? And then I just put the shades back on, and I just shook my head, turned my music back up, and went back to putting that nigga right in his place. And then he just didn't know what to do.
Okay.
It was one of those last, I wish this mother effer would.
Nah, because at that point in time, like, I'm holding the mic right now in my right hand, but my right hand was definitely on my side with the blade right there. Because I was waiting for him to make one move. I'm not punching you. I'm not fighting you. I'm going to get you. And that's it. You can go leak and get off at fucking Hunts Point for all I care.
See, the one thing I tell anyone, if you're coming to New York City, do not act tough in a train and you're standing and the person's sitting. You think you have the advantage.
No, you don't.
Especially if you're a man, don't do that. Because you got unless you got ball protectors on,
Dick punch real quick.
quick. I wouldn't even think of dick punch. I think that would be the first time I say I grabbed a nigga's dick. Because I'll be like, ah!
Word,
I'm squeezing that shit. What you said, mother?
And you know what?
And I got monkey grip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you got complete control over, motherfucker. Once you do that,
I might be nice and leave one ball out.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I might just grab the dick and one ball.
I'm holding that shit and dragging him till he's low enough for me to headbutt him.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know, and because you know you're gonna have to bend down when they grabbing that.
Once you get grabbed with your dick, you have to get down.
Throat hit because you can't even swing. Throat, bam, right there, little throat punch in the something, gag in the eye. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Something where you're gonna be staying on the floor and I'm gonna still be on my chair.
You need to be incapacitated. Break your toes or something.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
You gotta do like that guy.
Disadvantage.
That kid last week. You can do all of that. That's too much.
Which one?
The dude that fucking choked that kid out last week or whatever.
Which one? Oh, in the train?
Yeah.
Oh, the military guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was doing too much.
I mean,
well, I don't know. I wasn't
did
there.
he start it?
I don't know.
If he didn't start it, he wasn't doing too much.
I know.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't
Fuck around
understand.
and find out real quick.
I didn't understand that whole case. Homeboy was cursing and screaming and telling people that he was going to kill them and shoot them. He went and protected them, but he was on the wrong.
Yeah, even if he wasn't gonna do that, you can't just stand up and say you're gonna do that. You understand what I mean?
Especially with all these crazy people.
Yeah,
No.
it's true.
That's the thing. The law says that you do. You can't.
Freedom of speech.
You exactly. A person can randomly, even if it's threats, right?
Yeah.
If it's threats, you still have to wait for authorities to determine how serious the threat is, right?
Oh.
So it's not within you and your civilian authority to take advantage. So, and if a cop was there, they could do something about it, right? If they would have someone who has that official status.
Yeah.
But because this civilian went and did what he did, he's in the wrong. Now, frankly, anybody else on that damn train's probably like, think that crazier motherfucker, because this crazy motherfucker thought he was going to do some shit. But again, how many of us have been on a train or a bus and you got that one homeless person or that one person drunk or whatever? And you know, at the end of the day, they don't touch nobody. They just bitch and moan until they get the fuck off the train, because this way, you ain't going to do shit to them. Because you got to be crazier than the crazy to get it through New York City. It's just kind of how it works.
Yeah, they were both nuts.
I'll grab your fucking cock.
Yeah, because many times I heard people saying that. Oh, I wish a motherfucker come next to me. I'm going to fuck them up. And I pass right by them.
Yep.
I ain't doing nothing. But crazy is crazy. But we live in New York. And we know crazy and
Crazy,
insane.
No crazy. Yeah. Crazy, no crazy.
Yeah, because you know how many times you argue with somebody. You keep it going. I'm going to kill your ass. You ain't going to do nothing, bro. You know?
That's just the last ditch effort.
That's just, a
That's
threat
the last threat you got in your arsenal is, I'll kill your ass. That's
See now, but if there's 2-3 people next to me and the guy says I'm swinging, because that means all three are gonna try to attack. So I'm not gonna even take it. So the third person might get a hit, but these two already got a broken leg and shit like that, and the third person might run because you know how the guys are. They didn't really want to fight anyway. They was just their boys were there. But the disadvantage of any train station, you want to kill them off. There's sometimes I look at a person, I'll be like, damn, bro, and I can hide your body, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you got issues.
I know how to get away.
You got some shit.
I know how to get away from somebody.
If you look at somebody and you go in your head, you go, how can I get rid of this motherfucker? You got issues.
No, yo, I used to do that.
Commit me then, because I definitely be thinking about how I can walk
when I was
away.
younger, I was like, I had a real anger issue, and I used to be like, look at the guy, and I'm already picturing how to kick him, kill him, and all this. I was like, woo. When I really noticed that, I was like, hey, I got to stop this. Because really, one day I'm going to wind up doing it, you know? But it's because you're already fed up.
You don't mess with people and think that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You can't just mess with people, especially in this city, and think it's gonna be all right.
Well, any place, you don't know what that person went through right now.
You don't know what somebody got rocking.
Yeah,
Okay.
that person probably in the train or let's say anywhere, just walking around, about to do something to anybody. You don't know.
You don't know.
But everybody thinks they're the tough ones, and that a lot of people in the hood think they are. They go to Manhattan, they be like, yeah, I'm from Brooklyn or from the Bronx. And what the hell that got to do with anything?
Toughest motherfuckers in the world don't say shit.
They just
do
look
shit.
at your ass.
No, they don't even look at it. They just do shit. Because they'll let you talk and whatever, and next thing you know, you're on the floor. What fucking happened to me, right? You never saw him coming.
And then you got some people that'll put you, not knock you out there. Because there's one, he was a UFC fighter, right? And he locked it. He's like, yo, I could have fucking killed you. Like, they were in his yard, and they were fighting. He was like, yo, chill. You know, wanted him to stop. And he locked his ass up. You know what I'm saying? He had it, and he's like, yo, look, listen to me. He's like, I could fucking kill you, dude. He's like, I could kill you. He's like, you need to stop. There's nothing else you can do. If you move, I'm gonna beat you some more. You need to stop. You need to relax.
But people need that in their life.
Yeah.
No, they really do, because they be testing limits with people who they shouldn't be testing.
It's like, yo, more and more people know self-defense these days, nigga. So you're more likely to run into a motherfucker that know how to do something these days.
No, especially now, you have more Army release people. In the past 2 years, they already did their tour.
Yeah.
And now the new group is going in. So you got those ones that, like, listen, boy, I went through all this. You're not going to come over here and try to attack me. Nope, this ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? So you have to watch things like that.
And a lot of those people, too, some of them come back with PTSD. You don't know when that wrong thing you're
that
doing
one trigger.
will trigger
See, the
them.
thing about it is,
And they'll go from this a fight to this is me back at war.
we don't know this, but I can say this, too. Why he would fit that is that he's only 24 years old, and he's already a veteran.
Yep.
So it's like, yo, that makes perfect fucking sense. Like, yo, you did whatever the fuck it was you done, you got choked the fuck out. Wrong as it may have been, it's like, yo, like you said, you don't know what the fuck the next nigga.
You don't know what he been through. You don't know
Yeah,
what happened to him while he was gone.
Nope.
And that's stuff that this goes to trial. They're gonna consider, because especially, I mean, you and I both know, all three of us really, people who've gone places, and it won't be that the entire thing, like they weren't even infantry, right? But it'll be that one time they were in the bazaar and some shit popped off. It'll be the one time they were anywhere and some shit pops off, and that'll be the thing that's triggered. Like one of my friends, unfortunately, she had to shoot a kid once, and she's a mother. That shit still haunts her. You know what I'm saying? But like, that'll be the thing that goes left, and now you're dealing with them in this instance, and it reminds them of that moment.
You
I didn't say it like it was the truth.
pretty much done.
And that's the thing you have to realize too. Like, everybody thinks that they're gonna see a military veteran who is, they look like they probably came out of Nam, right? You're gonna
Right.
somebody from their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. That's what they think a vet is. But understand that most people enter the Army at 18, between 18 and 21, right, when they're paying off for school. So you could have somebody who is 21 years old as a legitimate military veteran. They did 3 years of service. They could be doing another. Who knows what the situation is, but they could have been in since they were 17, 18 years old. And now,
Especially with the older people. Like some of
Right.
these people who mess with these old guys. Listen, they the ones that got drafted. So they're already pissed off that they had to go to the
Yeah.
army.
and you really got to consider that we've had stories in the last 5 years of ex-vets. We're talking
Vets
people in
killing
retirement
people.
homes beating the shit
Shit out
out
of
of people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Yup.
Because there's certain things you just do not forget.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll never know when someone, and I like to remind people this, not everybody in the military is infantry, right?
No.
There's
Right. There's
many
cooks.
jobs.
You know, there's cooks
Right,
and all that.
there's
Yeah.
cooks. You got people who are in the do laundry.
Yeah.
You got people who do just.
But they
basic tech stuff
deadly
like
with
myself,
the
right?
laundry detergent, though.
Don't eat their food.
Right, don't eat
But,
their
You know what I'm saying? Yo, yeah.
But at the end of the day, when you don't know what they did, always assume they did some shit that's dangerous to you. Because at the very least, everybody who does whatever in the Army has to go through basic training with the infantry guys, right? So we all learn how to shoot.
At least that, you know.
Right, a lot of us get hand-to-hand combat training.
I
A
went
lot.
with the tankers, nigga.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so
You did the tank?
I went with the tankers, yeah.
he
nigga.
went.
Oh,
he went to
I
basic
never-
with the tank.
I went to base with the tankers.
Oh,
Yeah.
never. They never allowed. Well, when we were training, they never allowed us in the tanks. They only allowed us in the Jeep and the helicopters. And then us as snipers, we're not really need training for driving. So we were always in the damn woods. So you can imagine, like you said, you don't know how old. I'm 10, 12. You got 10 years old, 13-year-old back in the 80s in the Army where it was supposed to be training for the big war. No big war came, but just in
Right.
case. So in our head, wait, we're training already to kill for a big war? We're 13. What the
what I'm
hell's
saying?
going on? You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I said you don't know any old person that's say
Don't sleep on them.
they in the Army. Just think of the worst Army, past Green Berets. Think of Born Identity or some shit, because you never know. They can be a kitchen person, but you will never know that. You know?
But just remember, that means that for anybody from 17 to, let's go to 83, right?
Yeah.
Could be someone trained to kill you,
Yes.
right? Just think about that. That
When
alone.
they stopped, it was in the 80s they stopped with the fathers and the kids and all.
No, but 17 is when so people can usually opt in between 16 and 17.
17, yeah.
And so you
Okay,
get a
I
lot of
went in at
17
17.
to 18-year-olds. No, because you can do your basic during the summer and then come back. And
Then come back.
But it starts at 16 and 17.
No, I went in at 17, and I turned 18.
But that's
But
when you
then
were.
you finish high school though.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
Yeah,
the
then
difference,
you can
yeah.
go in fully.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
and I
Just-
forgot about that shit. You can't
Yeah.
do that.
Just remember, between 17 and 83, you'll never know if someone was a part of that 1% that's trained to kill.
duh.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where you have to really consider fucking with just anybody in the world.
And you can't, like, some people like, yeah, I can tell who crazy. Yeah, that's why they shot up. That's why they shot up the school, because Bob did not look crazy when he walked through that door and then started shooting everybody. Right? You don't really can tell.
Psychologists can't
who
tell
is.
you who the fuck is crazy till they fuck around and find out. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
You don't.
Yeah.
And crazy doesn't really mean when someone flips. Doesn't mean they were crazy a couple days ago. It's just you trigger something that their entire life said, you know what, that's enough. I'm tired. But they never realized it. That's why it's called flip. You just spur of the moment.
Mimboso.
Wanted to, so you don't know. And what was it? 20-30% of your strength goes up when you pretty much flip.
Yeah, that adrenaline rush.
That, you know what I'm saying? So that little old man that you think you can take is reason why he's beating up everybody. All that is trauma in
And
his
you
head.
forget, when that adrenaline starts kicking, that pain receptors go down too.
Yeah, especially
So
if they
now
have
they-
Alzheimer's.
They will take a crazy amount of damage and still keep going because
that
they're
shit
just
right.
so enraged and so
Yeah.
focused.
And they said older people with Alzheimer's are the most dangerous one because they forget what they are doing. They'll only remember that moment.
Right.
So to
Shit.
them, they in Vietnam right now beating the crap out of you.
had your ass like 80.
You know what I'm saying? And then they realize, then they'll wake up and talking about, is it time for my medicine?
Word.
Like, you know what I mean? So
I like
be careful. Be careful out there, I'm telling you. But like, yeah, is Paul, are you coming today? Like, you know, like, what the hell are you talking about? You just beat this man up. Oh, what is he doing on the ground? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, because you thought you were tough. You have, even females sometimes. You think you can talk crap to some females?
But, you know, someone made a point of this, and it was great because I was just going through Instagram, and they always have those podcast shits popping up. So some female saying, we feel bad when a man hits a woman because supposedly, right, your argument here is that he's stronger, right? He's bigger and he's stronger. So would you feel bad for, Kevin Hart smacking Dwayne Johnson and getting his ass beat when Dwayne Johnson's clearly bigger and stronger? No, we don't feel bad for him. So we shouldn't feel bad for the woman who put her hands on the man and then got her ass beat.
Yeah. No, I never felt bad if you're the one that swung first.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling men it's okay to hit women. I'm telling it's okay to defend yourself against somebody attacking you. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man,
The first,
I'll say like
if a little
the
kid
first
kiss
swing,
my shin, they best believe they shouldn't about to be hurt.
yeah, the first swing, I might be like, let him get away with it, because at a spur, what, and then you like a spur of the moment. But then when the guy says chill, and you keep swinging and swinging, no, now you need to get.
Nah, it's the quality of this fucking swing.
Nah, after that
'Cause
first
like-
swing,
like
all I'm gonna
that-
say to you is run. That's it.
That's it.
Run.
Run.
Just run.
If you don't run,
That's all. Run. Do no.
That's on you.
Because if not, you don't go at Braun Strowman. You gonna get these hands.
Yup.
Because like if you fucking if she's like, huh, like all right, bitch, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Even if
But-
it's real force.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, bitch, get to doing this right here. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh no, not a combo. I didn't say a combo now. No, she get a combo. She getting ain't no second try.
I'm sorry, nigga.
She
yo.
got
Yeah.
the 2-piece, she getting 3.
I'm sorry, yo.
She getting the biscuit with it. She getting the biscuit with
I'm
it.
talking about she get it to you too.
No,
You got
but
no
she
choice
just
but
does
like,
one
yo,
slap.
You got no choice. You got no choice but.
Heck
All right,
no.
man, this bitch, you know, days a nigga. A little
Oh
bit,
no,
nigga.
no. See, that's the one thing I appreciate about having jiu-jitsu. I'm not punching you.
Grab
I'm
it.
not. You think you're gonna hit me with all them hits? Okay. Best believe when all you see is the sky is black, I did it.
Hey.
I did it. I'm not bing bing. No, we're not leaving no bruises. No, none of that. Just you just.
sleep.
Why you sleeping?
Hey.
Weren't you fighting?
That's why there's a lot of people that got to realize, and then there are martial artists, and then people that taking martial arts. Big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
nowadays you train enough where you gonna pay for it. I got the 1,000. Okay, here's your black belt. You're not a martial artist, but back in my days we trained. Like I got photos of me with my belly and blades and doing so. And those things you do not forget. It's drained in your head. It's like math. It's drained in
Muscle
your
memory.
head. So even if you don't do it every single day, guess what? When the thing kicks in, it kicks in. Just like Green Berets and all that. When they just sitting there, they haven't done none of the training for years. But let someone come towards their house, and they're gonna that little instinct. Wait, somebody's next to my house with a gun. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they feel that. It kicks in. What are you gonna do when a professional attitude just kicks in? You're done. You know, so that's why people need to. And I'm not a martial artist of points. Let me hit them 1, 2. Let me lock them on the. No, I'm breaking legs, killing the throat. You know, because that's what I was trained for. Like, what the hell would I? And nowadays you can't even.
Shit.
Let me slap them in the ear. No,
Point karate.
Oh no, that shit is still valid.
I'm busting the eardrums.
No. You can still smack somebody in the ear and they'll be fucked up because nobody's ready for that.
Slap
Nobody.
To the ears.
You fuck up their whole equilibrium.
Slap
Yep.
nigga in the ears.
The throat. The throat.
Well, that's the easiest way. Once you get somebody in the throat, they can't breathe. That's the.
No,
fight.
I love the shins. I just love the. I know I'm gonna sound psycho right now, but I just love the sound of the crack of the bones.
It is.
Well, it's a beautiful thing.
Especially when you think you all that,
There's an art to it.
and you just like a nice little blade right on the side of the shin, and you hear it go crack, and then you hear the guy screaming,
Yep.
and you just look at them. I told you, leave me the hell alone.
See, that's the best part about it.
That's justice.
Because you know what? Most people I know who have those skill sets are people who don't look to use those skill sets. You get me?
Yeah, I just.
So if the motherfucker does it, they definitely warned you. don't test me.
No,
Yeah.
not today. Not today.
They definitely, and I know that. So when I find that story and that person's on the floor, and I'm just like,
Damn, one nigga. Yeah.
It's just like my teacher always said. Always think that person next to you can beat you.
yep.
So you got to keep your guards on completely up. And then you guys are in the Army, especially he's seen battle. And I seen shit where I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even have words for it. It's just, wow.
That's like the fucking signal. You seen that before?
Which one?
The wild signal from outer space.
No.
You never seen that?
Nah.
It's a like what 1978, I think it was. There's a there was like a fast radio burst or something that happened at this one thing. So when it went on the scale or whatever, the guy just wrote "wow" right there because of the noise it made.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do.
So it was like, wow. He was like, wow.
Yeah. And then this brings us to the whole topic of having a sickness or like ADHD or something like that.
That's not a goddamn sickness, Charles.
You know what I mean.
God
So
damn it.
what we call sin te quieto disease. That's what we call it.
What? What?
Sin te quieto, meaning that you can't stand still.
You fucking see me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a laser twiddling.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Sin te quieto.
Have you been watching me the whole fucking time over here?
Yeah, like
No, it's just you always you, bro.
but
You're always jittering.
But getting back to that, what a lot of the Will said, not even psychiatrists can really tell until you do something, right? A lot of them just say you have this kind of sickness. Go. You know what I mean?
Half of it is trying to understand why you had the break, rather than being able to preemptively know it's going to happen, right? Unless you're actively seeing a psychiatrist to be telling them your behaviors on a consistent basis, they'll never be able to be like looking at you like that person's about to snap and that person's about. No. When they see that the actions you're taking from the stuff that you're telling them might be going left, they'll tell you, you might want to go get inpatient treatment.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
They might go, we need to change your meds.
Yep.
You might go, but that comes from what you're telling them. They couldn't just look at you and tell you. They can analyze, assess, and help, but they're not preemptive work.
And that also goes with the experience, like how many times they seen this same story. Because psychiatrists is all about basic patterns. They've seen this pattern so many times. This is what's gonna happen. So, like, if you don't tell them nothing, they're just gonna think you're regular.
The shit one psychiatrist heard from me over the last few months. He's never heard it before. He's like, wow.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no story.
Going to a psychiatrist and a therapist is great. We had mandatory. We had to do it, and I think I don't know if they still do it, but military after they come out, it was a mandatory thing that they have to do.
There is.
So it's a good thing, but the bad thing is if you are a military, let's say, since we all part of the military family, you're not going to go to a regular therapist or psychiatrist that only been dealing with street people, let's say.
Right.
He don't know the stuff of military stuff. So that's the problem a lot of people do. They don't check their psychiatrist or their therapist.
But they say that's the important part when you're getting into therapy is to find the therapist for you.
That fits you, that understand. Because it's all about patterns. So you want someone that knows these type of patterns.
Someone that knows your background. Like,
Yeah.
if you're black and you might feel more comfortable with a black therapist.
Yeah.
It doesn't, and don't get me wrong, this doesn't hold true for everybody, right? Sometimes
Right.
you can just find somebody who suits you. I mean, you're black, you got a white therapist, Spanish, you got an Asian therapist, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But it always does help to have somebody who understands to some degree your culture, your background, whatever, because that's part of why you're seeking the help you're seeking too.
Right.
Because usually something from your background is what's kind of setting you off in whatever direction. It's not always clinical and medical. Sometimes it's trauma.
Yeah. You don't want that book person. That's the problem.
By the book, nah.
Yeah, when they reading you and they trying to remember what a book tells you.
You don't want the book person, or you don't want the I think. You don't want that motherfucker.
Right. Oh yeah, I think we need to. No, I don't need to. I think.
The fuck you mean you think? I think you should take the nah,
Right.
bitch. The fuck you mean you think I should take?
I think a lot too, nigga. You need to know.
Yeah. Like I went to one therapist where I told them I can't. Like she asked me why, and I keep looking. I said I can't be in a corner. Like you told me to sit here in the corner, and then you left. My mind is already set. Why is she doing that? You know what I mean? Why do I got to sit here? So now I'm already, and I told her that. What she started doing, every time she wrote something, she said, look, I'm writing, because she knew where I was. She already knows people's pattern. Like, you can't, if someone that doesn't really trust you, you got to show them that you're not doing nothing, because they can probably flip and be like, I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But how you going to go to a child psychiatrist and you just came out the army? He ain't know nothing about you. And that's why a lot of the children, you have ADHD. You have autism. You have, what? What about he just need a damn cocotazo or knock in the head? Maybe that's all he need. But you automatically going quick, and then you get to the psychiatrist and he just gives you pills. And then now you got crazier, because now the pills got your mindset down.
That's what gets scary.
And that's the scary part.
Hold on. So I'm gonna give my other little testimony about Adderall.
Go ahead.
It's not a testimony, but this is Adderall.
Go ahead. We're in church right now. Give me that testimony.
That's no fucking testimony. But nah. All right. So with that Adderall shortage I told you about, I've been forced to change my medications around.
Right.
And this is how I found out that I really have a fucking problem, because I had already went from 20 to 15. So once this shit happened,
But ain't that a good thing that they're bringing it
hell-
down?
No, I bought it down.
Oh, you
Fuck
brought it
that.
down.
All right, so I've been taking Adderall since 2005. This is what, 2023.
Right.
Right? All right. So for all that time, I've consistently had my fucking medication. All right? Oh. During this little situation, the Adderall shortage, I'm not forced to, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go down. Went down to 10 milligrams. 10 milligrams is cool. Right? Well, I was off of, see, this is where I get scattered at. On the 15 milligrams, I went off. The reason I went off the 15 milligrams is that's when that shit started. That's when the shortage started.
Right.
It started right there, right? So that first fucking month without the shit, without the medication, that was like, it wasn't even the first month. Like the first week, it was like, all right, nigga, you straight? It was like me asking myself these questions, like, yo,
Right.
you good? I was like, yeah, you good. It's like, yo, you got to go. You got to go get you whatever you got to accomplish. You got to go get it done. So you can't like just sit still. You're just gonna have to make do. Me making do caused a lot of fucking issues because I just couldn't keep still. So it's like,
Now, I'm not a psychiatrist, but sometimes when they say you get off your meds and they be like, oh, now it caused me to have a lot of issues. It's not really the issues. It's now you have to learn a new pattern.
yeah, I didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to get to. It wasn't the issues that. It was like I had to basically put myself
In the new situation.
into a pattern and like realize, all right, bro, look, listen. It may take you 2 weeks to get the fucking laundry done, right?
Right.
But you're getting the shit done. It's gonna get done, and that was like the hardest thing to deal with, right? Then it comes along the 10 milligrams. Boom. So I got the 10 milligrams. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I could deal with it, right? Had it for like what, a month, 2 months, or something like that. I'm like, all right. So even the switch up from 15 to 10, that was straight, right? After getting back on, it was cool, right? So and they had it to where they had the last 14 Adderall. They saved for me. They really saved them for me, and I appreciate them. They saved them for me. I took them, and then I was 2 weeks without medication again. The difference was this. All right, so off the 15 milligrams, it was a fucking struggle. It was like I basically had to learn to what I'm about to explain now. So so from that switch from only having 14 pills, the 14 10 milligram pills, it was like when I got off, it was like, all right, did I stop taking them or did I would forget. Like it got to the point that like, yo, you don't even have the medication, but you don't feel any fucking different. You see, you understand what I mean? So it's like, all right,
Because probably pretty much you learn how to adapt it already.
yeah. It's like, all right, so this is cool, but it's like, all right, this is the one thing I just cannot get my fucking hands on. I can't get off of. Is like, stop scattering. and slow the fuck down, calm the fuck down. And that's the only thing that I try to be quiet. I really do try to be quiet. I talk all the fucking time now. I notice it to where.
Well, you know what that is?
What?
Your brain is actually active now.
And
You know what I'm saying?
It won't, but it's moving.
But it's good though,
Like
because
a-
now you're thinking for yourself and active. And you
And
know,
it-
we learn to adapt on anything.
It,
you know,
kind of like brought my personality back too.
Right.
Because all right, with Adderall, you're dead set. You like if you take it the high enough dosage, you be reading fucking Pepsi ingredients. I tell people this all the time. You be trying to figure out what the fuck they put in Pepsi. Okay.
deliciousness. That's all you have to do. Delicious.
Right. You like okay, what the fuck is in Pepsi?
Yeah.
And you'll be sitting and you stuck on it in your fucking head, and you're like you can see it in your body. You can see it in your body. You can see it in the
But you
person
have no
makeup.
control.
And like, yo, this nigga it's not you. Now I feel like me, and I really understand. All right, so this is what people are saying. This is like, all right, so people have told me this before. Now I can really feel it. It's just I got a little, like the 5 milligram to take the edge off. So I really see exactly what the fuck that everybody's told me I've done in the past.
Yeah, I
Over the past.
I think
damn
that's
near-
where a lot of psychiatrists, well, because the therapist, you got to see therapists before you see psychiatrists sometimes. You know, because psychiatrists basically, here's a pill. You going to talk to me? I've been waiting 45 minutes outside. You are at least going to talk to me for 10. So they just push the pill right away without knowing anything, you know? And if they would know that maybe they... Why the boy looking up? Like there was a sound effect up on the air. You know what I'm saying? Will did a sound effect. Carl looks up in the air. Like... But
My bad. What is
like I say, like if they take that moment to speak to you, maybe they can give you some kind of activity to do to learn how to break. That's all. Sometimes it is. It's not really a pill that you need right away. Now I'm not saying that don't take some pills. If they gave it to you, that's up to you. But
And
you
then
know.
here's what the flip side of the Adderall. This is how okay. This is another reason I'm like, all right, maybe you cool going down, and eventually, maybe a few years from now, getting off. Resident Evil 4, my favorite game of all fucking time.
Oh yeah.
They remade Resident Evil 4. You remember a long time ago we had an episode. And you was like, do you read books? And I said strategy guides. Remember that?
Yep.
All right. So it took the strategy guide to beat that game. Back when I beat it on, I bought that game so many times. I bought it on GameCube. I bought it on PS2. I know
Damn.
PS3
And they're never all the same.
or PS. I bought it on PS4 twice. Is what it is. Cause I fucked up the disc.
Slacker.
But fucking, I ended up beating that game without the Adderall. Cause what it was I was on Adderall so tough that when I would go to, I was like in the book. I went and go find. I had to find everything I had to beat and find all the goals and all of that shit. Right, I had to do that. But this time without it, I was like able to do that shit without the fucking Adderall. So that was some
Because
sort
now
of
you're thinking for yourself.
yeah. So that was some sort of achievement. Not even some sort of it. That was an achievement.
See, and the one part that you started learning was for yourself.
Yeah.
You said something here was like, soon I'm gonna be off of it. Like you already put it in your mind. I'm not gonna be on this all because it just showed me that I can live without it. And half of the times, that's all they need is like to bring it down. Like right away when you say, oh, it's not working, they bring it up. Why don't you maybe bring it down? Like there's a doctor who sadly in California got his license taken away because he was giving how you call the sugar pills,
Oh, placebo.
placebos. But the thing is, they didn't talk about how they were working.
No.
The patients, it was working with the patients. Like they were not feeling psyched, they were not feeling depressed and nothing. But they took it away because he lied.
Lying is bad, okay?
But it will say what the
What
pills.
you say? Like it's black bad what?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But the pills were working, right?
No, it's
He
in
lied. That's bad.
It's bad. That's bad, right? Especially in California.
Mine. That was in mine. That's all that was. All in your motherfucking head.
Bad.
It was all in the head.
Well, to be fair, their problems were too.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well,
Yeah, that's true.
we didn't even get through the whole thing, so there may be a part 2, folks. This has been another episode of X1 101, and we are out this bitch.
How's it gotta be a bitch? Why?